how could you help our listeners be prepared for the next time we get an unbelievable amount of rain in a short period of time?
Yeah, what we've been doing for years, and I would ask that homeowners take this into consideration. And when a basement floods and a water heater gets 3 or 4 inches of water on that water heater or in that water heater, at that point, the manufacturer warranty is gone, and that cannot be relit or fixed safely.
How can you prove that it was under 4 inches of water?
Usually the insulation is completely and totally saturated. The burn chamber will have water on it, but most of the time you can actually see it on the appliance. It'll have like a
watermark,
watermark on the walls and everything around it. So what we're doing is we're trying to, people that flood, and they know who they are. They generally, it happens multiple times in the 20, 30 years they might own their home. So when we go in and to put a standard water heater in there, we're actually trying to get them to put it up on cinder blocks.
Okay.
And by going from a tall 40-gallon tank to a short 40-gallon tank, we can actually get that burn chamber off the floor, a foot or more. Now, if you get 6 feet of water in your basement, it's not going to make a difference.
Right. It's time to call PermaSeal.
But, a lot of companies aren't going to offer something like that because they'd love nothing more than to have you flood 2 or 3 years down the road. And now guess what? You've got to buy another water heater.
Got it.
So some preventative maintenance when you're going to, buy a new water heater, whether it's an emergency or you're doing it preventative maintenance, look into raising that water heater and protecting your investment in the basement.
How much is that investment to send a crew out to our listeners' homes to elevate it?
Yeah, well, right now we're running a $12.95 special for a 40-gallon atmospheric vent standard installation. This obviously wouldn't be a standard installation. Normally, we can change all the plumbing, gas, and venting and put it on cinder blocks anywhere from an extra $200 to $350 to do that. And over, a water heater every time it floods, it's going to save you a lot of money in the long run.
Okay, would you go out and take an existing water heater and elevate that, unhook everything, and pop it up, or does it has to be with a new unit?
I would probably do it with a new unit. Just to take in that old water heater, it's probably going to be too tall to put on bricks anyway because of the vent height isn't going to be high enough to do that. But this is, again, where tanklesses are now becoming and have been very prevalent in the marketplace. Tanklesses are mounted on the wall. So if you've got a flooding area that you're going to have a problem and you've had trouble in the past, maybe a tankless is a way that you should probably go.
And you're doing those too?
Yeah, and it's more expensive, obviously, up front, but whether it's a water heater, a tankless, any quote that you get from a licensed plumbing contractor, we will beat that price by 10%.
How come you can offer these water tanks, the new water tanks, so much less expensive than a big box store or other plumbers out there? What makes you so special to become the tank man of Illinois here?
Honesty, integrity, not trying to take advantage of people and overcharging them. The other thing is volume. Our business survives on volume. We buy a lot of water heaters, so I get better pricing on those water heaters. And instead of keeping that in-house, we're passing that along to the listener and the homeowner. And, it's kind of funny that you had the Kevin the Cake episode as our enter into this segment. We're actually adding a 75-gallon standard atmospheric vent for $19.95. That includes the 75-gallon water heater in standard installation, and we'll haul away the old one. And hauling away an old 75-gallon is a job in itself.
Yeah, they're heavy.
No one can touch that price, and the reason we're doing that right now is to try to get the people that have 75-gallon water heaters, whether it's an atmospheric vent or it's a power vent, those tanks go away October of this year. So if you have a 75-gallon now, you won't be able to get one. And anyone that has them, supply and demand, they're going to be a lot more expensive.
When you say go away, they are not manufacturing those tanks anymore.
Correct.
Or they might be manufacturing those tanks, but they're not allowed to be installed in the United States anymore. What's the law?
The manufacturers can't meet the energy requirements on a 75-gallon water heater.
Okay.
So what they're doing is they're eliminating the 75-gallon for residential use.
Oh.
So once that goes away, people are going to be either going to 2 water heaters or tankless water heaters or 2 tankless water heaters in tandem, depending on, how big the home is, how much water usage, how many people live there. So right now, if you've got a 75-gallon in your basement and it's 7 to 12 years old,
Might want to look
You
into
might
it.
want to look at doing it now, because at that price, you're saving a lot over putting 2 water heaters in.